Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Financial Express newspaper headline. So, first of all, process values 9.67% stake in Byju's at $578 million. Next, banks are better placed to sustain loan growth. Khara. Next, still export duty rollback may not help local players. Firms will have to fork out rupees 1500 crore for private spectrum. Next, Adani waits $5 billion fundraise. Next, real rural wage growth remains negative for 10 months in row. Then we comes to page number 2 in that India GCC to launch free trade pact talks today. Next interest salvation scheme for short-term crop loan to continue. Next, NSTC unveils new brand identity and logo. Next, rollback of steel export duty might not prop up volumes. Next, tax collections to exist BE by rupees 4 trillion says revenue security. Next, Goldman Sachs sees India's GDP growth falling to 5.9% in 2023. Next, PMGKY to cost rupees 3.5 trillion by December. Next, edible oil prices to decline further, says Food Ministry. Next, RBI brings GST and under account aggregator framework. Next, on page number 3 in that stock holding limit for wheat unlikely. Next, growers expect a lower Darjeeling tea output. Next, FDI inflows declined 9% at $38.9 billion in H1. Then we comes to page number 4 in that Ambuja Cements releases entire pledged shares. Next, Reliance Jio launches 5G service in Pune. Next, Noida Airport selects Siemens baggage system. Next, Ionex to screen FIFA World Cup matches live. Next, Sellable Technologies rises $32 billion. Next, Apollo Tires partners with Hydromer AINC. Next, Indigo launches flights to Portugal, Switzerland. Next, Adani waits capital mop up. Next, Swiggy food biz hit $1.3 billion GMV in 6 months. Next, Other Energy opens a second unit in Tamil Nadu as e-scooter demand grows. Next, Telesco's AGR rises 3.5% in April-June, BSNL gain most. Next, Meesho latest to join government ONDC platform. Next, Meta gets all-time high action request from India. Next, India best place to leverage China's tension with the West. Stantinis CU. Then we comes to page number 5 in that Marico eyes revenue boost from food biz. Next, Spini launches first of offline experimental hub in Bengaluru. Next, Hindustan Motors look to drive proposed EV into overseas market. Next, L&T Tech arm opens two new centers in US to hire 500. Next, Persistent Systems on track to hit $1 billion turnout. Then we comes to page number 6. It's an article section in that Sensitivity of institutions. Next, Disney CEO Boomerang reveals Bob Iger failing. Next, deadlines for efficiency. Next, habitual offender. Then we comes to pin number 7 in that give a missed call to make online payment. Next, future proof your data center. Next, keep all your device connected and charged. Next, low prices make them more acquiring. Then we comes to page number 8 in that FTX allowed to hide identity of its 50 biggest creditors. Next, US jobless claims hit 3-month high. Next, China iPhone plant rocked by unrest. Next, China signal likely reserve requirement cut to amid growth. Next, Russia fires missile across Ukraine. Next, Xiaomi quarterly revenue dives 10%. Next, Nepal polls Dova wins NC leads. Next, Credit Suisse clients pull out $88 billion. Next, Walmart employs kills 6 self in Virginia. Then we comes to page number 9 in that promoters holding in NSC firms rises 12%. Next, Ionex green shares make tepid market debut. Next, Zim Laboratories to list on NSC on Friday. Next, Dharmaj crop IPO to open on November 28. Next, gold fall by rupees 40, silver climbs rupees 110. Next, IOB link pact with SMC Global. Next, promoters holding in NSC firms rises 12%. Next, banking system better placed to sustain loan growth. Kara. Next, stocks gain marginally. Delivery declines 3%. Next, IRDA proposes management expense limit for insurers. Next, changes needed to implement infra projects faster. L&T CFO. Next, loss sharing cannot be below pro rata. SEBI to AF. Next, Shriram Financial to be holding company of group's financial service business. Next, Reliance Cap bidder seek extension to November 28 deadline. Then we comes to the page number 11. In the third party validation is future butch. Next, first T plus 1 settlement cycle for future and option stock from January Bruces. Next, Axis Bank Flipkart tie up to launch super elite credit card. Then we comes to the page number 18. In that, Adani's mega port hangs in the balance. Next, Morbi, court denies bail to 8 accused. Next, decoding India's groundwater data. Next, India's new data protection law has a privacy problem. Next, shipping's attempt to hire more women run into a macro culture. Next, NGT norms panel to verify charges valuation norms. Next, Delhi High Court awards Starbucks rupees 30 lakh in lawsuit case. Then next, India's new data protection law has a privacy problem. Next, it's read happen again. I am reading that. Next, Japan stunned German with 2-1 wins. Next, Ronaldo becomes first to reach 500 million Instagram followers. Then next on page number, that much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.